Hello everyone and welcome back to another Tips for Your Trips video by TheTravelExplorersAT. Today we are taking you on a journey through Vienna, one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. From the excellent public transportation to the Imperial architecture and stunning green spaces, we are going to show you everything you need to know for a perfect day in Vienna. So, here we go! First things first, let's talk about the transportation system in Vienna. With a 24-hour ticket for just €8, you can easily explore the city's many attractions via the frequent subways, trams and trains. And with such frequent services, you'll never have to wait long for your next ride. But don't forget, many of Vienna's most famous landmarks, particularly those in the city center and along Ringstraße, are within walking distance. So you can save money and get some exercise while enjoying the beautiful sights of Vienna by foot. But here's a tip for your trip. With the Wien Mobil app, you can buy a day ticket for public transport, which is valid until 1 AM. This ticket only costs €5.80 and would be the cheaper option if you are only in Vienna for one day. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment below. This gives us perfect feedback and helps us to create better content for you. And now, back to Vienna. Speaking of sights, Vienna is famous for its Imperial architecture. The city is full of stunning buildings that showcase its rich history and culture. From Schönbrunn Palace to Rathausplatz, there's something to admire around every corner. And don't forget the fiaker, the traditional horse-drawn carriages that are a classic sight in Vienna, but a little bit expensive. But Vienna isn't just about history and architecture. The city is also incredibly green, with beautiful parks and gardens like Volksgarten and Burggarten, which surround Schönbrunn Palace. And speaking of Schönbrunn Palace, it's one of the must-see attractions in Vienna. This impressive palace was once home to the Habsburg family and now houses many museums and the Austrian National Library. You can easily spend an entire day exploring the palace and its many treasures. If you're lucky enough to visit Vienna during summer, you might catch one of the many events held on Rathausplatz, the city's main square. From concerts to food festivals, there's always something happening here. We shot this video on May 1st, 2023, Austria's national holiday, with the associated parades. And let's not forget about coffee in Vienna. These traditional coffee houses are an integral part of the city's culture, and there's no better place to enjoy a delicious pastry and a cup of coffee. If you're interested in history, Don't miss the Maria Theresian monument, dedicated to one of Austria's most famous rulers. The monument is surrounded by two impressive museums, the Natural History Museum and the Art History Museum. We have already created a video for both museums, which we will link to you in the description below. Speaking of monuments, Volksgarten is home to the stunning Elisabeth-Denkmal, a monument to the beloved Empress Elizabeth, or Sissi. And in Burggarten you will find the monuments for Mozart and Emperor Franz Joseph, honoring two of Austria's most famous figures. If you're looking for a unique experience, head to the Schmetterlingshaus or Butterfly House, where you can get up close and personal with beautiful butterflies from around the world. The ticket per adult costs €9. Unfortunately, it was extremely crowded during our visit, and you're generally done with the visit very quickly. We didn't spend 10 minutes in the Butterfly House because it was very uncomfortable because of the crowds, and we didn't think it was worth seeing. We can therefore not recommend a visit, but it's up to you. And of course, no trip to Vienna would be complete without a visit to Schönbrunn Palace and its beautiful park. This impressive palace was once the summer residence of the Habsburg family and is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Very important, buy your tickets online to avoid long queues. You are not allowed to film in the palace itself. There are very strict controls here. However, photos are allowed without a flash. Be sure to take a long walk through the beautiful park of the palace and plan enough time for it. You have to plan a whole day for Schönbrunn Palace, the park, and the famous zoo alone. By the way, we also created our own video for Schönbrunn Zoo and linked it for you in the video description below. Of course, we can't forget to talk about the traditional Viennese cuisine. Make sure to try the famous Wiener Schnitzel, a breaded and fried veal cutlet that's a staple of Austrian cuisine. If you happen to be in Vienna on May 1st, don't miss the traditional Praterfest at Wiener Prater. A fun-filled event with rides, games and plenty of food and drinks. Prater is also home to the symbol of the city of Vienna, the Ferris wheel. However, keep in mind, on May 1st, the entire park is very crowded and you have to expect long waiting times. definitely not one of our best ideas to stop by that day. That's why we can't recommend a visit to the Prater on May 1st, unless you are a very patient person. And last but not least, another must-see attraction in Vienna, St. Stephen's Cathedral. This iconic cathedral, also known as Stephansdom, is a true masterpiece of Gothic architecture and a symbol of the city. Visitors can climb the 343 steps to the top of the cathedral's south tower for breathtaking views of Vienna and the surrounding area. Inside the cathedral, you can admire the beautiful stained glass windows and beautiful details of the architecture. Don't miss the chance to see the famous Pumarin bell, which weighs over 20,000 pounds and rings on special occasions, such as New Year's Eve. Admission to the cathedral is free, but there's a small fee to climb the towers. So make sure to add St. Stephen's Cathedral to your Vienna itinerary and experience the inspiring beauty of this magnificent landmark. Well, that's it. We hope you enjoyed this virtual tour through Vienna and that it has inspired you to plan your own trip to this beautiful city. From the excellent public transportation and stunning architecture to the green spaces, famous monuments and delicious food, Vienna truly has something for everyone. So, what are you waiting for? Start planning your trip to Vienna today and don't forget to share your experiences with us in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more travel inspiration and tips for your trips. Thanks for watching and happy travels!